Hello dear students, welcome back to CKT MOOCs. My name is Yashika and I am an assistant professor in the Department of English at CKThakur Arts, Commerce and Science College. In the last lecture, we have covered the present tense and all its subtypes. In today's lecture, let us have a look on the past tense with its subtypes. Last time I told you to remember the basic structure of any sentence. Also, we had a look on how to identify the subject, the verb and the object in any given sentence. We also had a look at the different forms of verbs which are going to help us to understand when to use which kind of action verb in which type of sentence. So, the first tense for today is the simple past tense. If we look at the definition of simple past tense, when exactly are we supposed to say that a sentence is in the simple past tense? Whenever we are referring to any actions which have taken place in the past, irrespective of the period, it may be 2 days prior, it may be 4 months prior, or years ago, but any action which has just simply taken place in the past will go under the category of simple past tense. For example, we enjoyed the party last night. Looking at the structure of a past tense, a sentence in a simple past tense, it should be subject plus verb in its second form, that is the V2. Let us have a look at the example. I guessed the answer. Subject here is I and the verb which I have used is guessed, which is in the second form. So I guessed the answer is in the simple past tense. Whenever I want to convert this given positive sentence into a negative one, I need to add some negations in the sentence. The negation which I have used over here is not. But mind you, not will not stand on its own. We will need a helping verb with it. So the structure in a negative sentence will be subject plus did plus not and the V1 form. Let us pay a little attention to this first form of the verb that has been used. Why do we write V1 in the negative sentence and V2 in the positive sentence? As you can see, the helping verb did is already in the past tense. According to the rules of the grammar, we cannot use two past tenses together. Subject plus did plus not plus V2 will be the wrong structure. So, you should go for subject plus did plus not plus V1. As you can see in the example, I did not guess the answer. It shouldn't be I did not guessed the answer. It will be wrong to use the V2 form over here. Let us have a look at a few more examples. Lisa went to the supermarket yesterday. Last year, I traveled to France. I played tennis when I was young. In all the three sentences, you can see the actions are taking place in the past, yesterday, last year, and in the third sentence, there is no mention of the time. Went, traveled, and played. All the three sentences, all the three verbs are used in the second form. Next tense that we will be looking onto is the past continuous tense. I have always been saying whenever you have continuous, this word in the nomenclature of the tense, use the suffix ing and the fourth form of the verb, that is the V1 ing form. When do we claim that a certain sentence is in the past continuous tense? Looking at the definition, it tells us that such actions which are in continuation at a certain time in the past, all such actions will be under the category of past continuous tense. For example, it was raining heavily. We aren't talking about the time over here. When was it raining heavily? Was it yesterday? Was it last year? Or in which month exactly? We are not talking about the time. But because of the verb and the helping verb was plus raining, we understand that the sentence is in the past continuous tense. For more clarity, here we have the structure of a sentence in the past continuous tense. Subject along with was or were as the helping verb plus an action verb in its ing form. For example, I was washing the car. I being the subject, was is the respective helping verb that goes along with I and washing is the V1. So, I was washing the car. Similarly, when we are supposed to frame a negative sentence, we will add the negation not. We already have a helping verb over here, which is the was. As in the earlier tense we saw in the simple past tense, there was no helping verb. So we added the word did as the helping verb. But here already there is was is already there in the structure. So we are going to just add the negation not, giving us the structure subject plus was were plus not plus V1 ing. For example, I was not washing the car, and you get a negative sentence. Let us have a look at some more examples. Children were going to school. I was cooking pasta for lunch. I was trying out something new. In all the three examples, you can see that we have used the going, cooking, and trying. All the three verbs are in the ing form. Also, these sentences have taken place in the past, therefore, the category of past continuous tense. These actions are still going on. The action has not completed yet. Therefore, we use these tenses. Therefore, we use these kind of examples for past continuous tense. Moving on to the next type of tense is the past perfect tense. Again, in the nomenclature, wherever you find the word perfect, V3 verb should come to your mind. Perfect represents complete action, whether in the past, whether in the present, or in the future. Wherever you see the word perfect, go for actions which are complete. But the action has been completed in the past. Therefore, the category is past perfect tense. According to the definition, this tense represents events which already happened in the past. Example, when Sachin arrived at the party, Dhoni had already gone home. So you can see that the event has taken place in the past. We are talking about a party which has already taken place some time ago in the past. But what happened at that party? During the past time, what has happened already? Dhoni's action of going home is already complete. So action which is complete, but it is complete in the past, such type of sentence, such type of actions and activities are classified under the category of past perfect tense. Moving on to the structure of this type of tense is subject plus had plus V3. Perfect tenses represent the third form of verb. Whether you are using it in the present, in the past, or in the future tense, perfect tenses always carry the V3 verb. Now the helping verb that we are going to use here is the had, because we are learning past tenses. Now the relevant example to this will be they had covered the table. They being the subject, had the helping verb, and covered, which we are using in the third form. Negative sentence for this will be a negation after the helping verb had. Therefore, subject plus had plus not plus V3. They had not covered the table. Let us have a look at a few more examples. Raj had just gone out to the market. I had done all my homework. Julia had completed her degree from Delhi University. Looking at these examples, we can easily find out the action verbs which are in the third form: gone, done, completed, along with which we have supporting helping verbs of verb had according to the structure. But let us also understand these examples situation wise. The first example tells us that Raj had just gone out to the market. That means the action we are talking about is in the past tense. We are not in the sentence, we have not mentioned the time period when this event was taking place. Are we talking about an incident which took place yesterday, or we are talking about months ago? The time period is not mentioned, but because of the helping verb had, it is clear that the sentence is in the past tense. Also, the verb V3, the verb gone, tells us that the action is perfect. That means the entire activity has happened in the past, plus the action of going out is already complete. Raj had already left for the market. So, Raj had just gone out to the market. Second example, I had done all my homework. We can elaborate this sentence such as I had done all my homework when the teacher asked for it. When I add a sentence to this, it makes sense that when the teacher asked for the homework, which is in the past tense, my work was already done. The action was complete. So we are classifying this under the past perfect tense. And the last example, Julia had completed her degree from Delhi University. Her degree was already complete. The action is complete but in the past tense. Now the last type of tense under the past tense category is the past perfect continuous tense. This tense is a combination of continuous tense and the perfect tense. Together we get the name past perfect continuous tense. According to the definition, all the actions which have already started in the past and they are still in continuation, or they have just stopped, such actions will be referred under the category of past perfect continuous tense. Let us understand the definition with the help of an example. We had been learning English for 3 days. Now, the action over here which we are talking about is learning. When did we start learning English? 3 days ago. The action of learning has started in the past and the action is still in continuation. The action of learning is not complete yet. Students are still learning. We are still learning English, right? So we had been learning English for 3 days. Let us have this into a proper structure. Structure for the past perfect continuous tense will be subject plus had plus been plus V1 ing. Let us use some logic over here. As per the nomenclature, we have continuous in the name. Therefore, we are going to use V1 ing form. We also have the perfect tense. So, we are using been, which is the third form of be. And had represents the past tense. Therefore, we get the structure subject, had, been, V1 ing. Corresponding example can be she had been crying. Subject she, had is the past tense, been is the perfect tense, and crying is the continuous tense. So the sentence is in the past perfect continuous tense. Similarly, a negation, we for framing a negative sentence, we need to add a negation or a negative word in the structure, and it will be after the word had, after the helping verb had. So the example that forms is she had not been crying. A few more examples of this particular tense. I had been reading War and Peace for a month now. Let us do the analysis of this particular sentence. The action is reading. This action started a month ago. That means in the past. But the action has been not completed yet. The book War and Peace is still incomplete. The person I is still reading the book. The action started in the past, but the action is still going on. Action is not complete. Such kind of actions or such kind of events will be classified under this particular tense. Second example, we had been trying to open the door for 5 minutes. Let us assume a scenario where the door is locked and people are trying to open the door. So we had been trying to open the door for 5 minutes. The action of trying has been started 5 minutes ago. That is in the past, 5 minutes ago. But the door is still not open. The people are still trying. We are still trying. So the action has started in the past, but it is still in continuation. We had been trying to open the door for 5 minutes. And the last example here is I had been writing a novel. Main action, the action verb here is the writing. Writing has started a particular time ago in the past. In the third sentence, you can see there is no time frame. In the first sentence, it is a month now. In the second sentence, it is 5 minutes ago. But in the third sentence, you cannot see any kind of time frame. But with the help of the helping verb had, we understand that the action has taken place in the past. So the action of writing the novel has started in the past and had been represents that the action is still going on. Writing of the novel is not complete yet. Therefore, these are the type of examples you can learn under the last category, that is the past perfect continuous tense. Thank you for listening patiently. The third type of tense, the future tense, is covered in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.